I'm in my kitchen and I'm cooking up the word. All right, that's pretty good. That's my best cooking comes out of this, let me assure you. Hey, but you know what, I've been thinking about times when we expect the Lord to do something in a certain way and He doesn't do it like that. And we get so disappointed and we're like, oh. And so sometimes we don't recognise the answer and we can miss it. And I'm thinking about this bloke Naaman, who's in the Old Testament, and he was a leper. Oh, poor fella. He goes to the king of Israel, and the king of Israel gets all upset because he's expected to heal him. But Elisha, yoo-hoo, thank God for the authentic prophetic, he hears about it, and he says, send him to me. So Naaman the leper goes down to Elisha, and he knocks on the door, and here he is with his chariots and his horses and everything else. The scripture is just amazing. He says, Naaman went down to the house of the prophet, and there's my dog agreeing with me, he pulls up and he has this expectation of an encounter. But Elisha, on the inside, he just says to his servant, just go tell him to jump in the River Jordan 7 times and he'll be all right. Well, he goes off his face. He walked away angry, it says, because he had an expectation that God was going to come out through Elisha and go nanu, nanu. And he said, I said to myself that I thought he would come out and would say some words of healing and wave his hands over me and I'd be healed. But all he said really was just go jump in the creek, jump in the river. And so he walked off in a huff. Now the story goes on that his servants come to him and say, look, if he'd asked you to do some big thing, you would have done it, but he's just asked you to jump in the creek 7 times, surely you can give it a go. So he does, and of course he gets healed of his leprosy. Great story in the book of Kings. Here's the trip, he could have missed it. He could have missed it. And here's the thing, we can miss it because we expect God to come and do it, some way. We've got a premeditated expectation. He's going to wave his hands and he's going to do the nanu and whatever. And he doesn't, and he does it some other way, unexpected. And we get all upset and distressed about it. Well, I want to tell you that be careful you don't miss it, because you can miss the thing that you've been asking God for because you expected it one way, but it came another. So here's a word for somebody today. You've been praying for something, and you got what you thought was almost good, but not good enough, not the way you wanted it. But here's the word of the Lord for you. Develop what He has already given. Develop what has already happened, and you will see the fulfillment of what it was you asked God for. Okay?